You want to host a community park day for your ministry, but with a few structural adjustments, a simple afternoon outside can become a highly effective fundraising engine for your in-custody outreach. Inside the prison system, a kite is a smuggled note passed between cells, often the only form of communication for people held in extreme isolation. We're going to use the literal act of flying kites to symbolize that connection. Your financial goals here are twofold: raise the capital needed to purchase educational books for incarcerated individuals, and cover the heavy travel expenses your mentors incur driving out to distant facilities. This timeline tracker lays out exactly how to do it. Over the next 7 weeks, we will build a roadmap to plan, fund, and execute the entire event from scratch. When executed correctly, this model accomplishes two things at once. It secures targeted funding for your programs while actively educating your local community about the harsh realities of mass incarceration. Let's start with week 1. Pitch the concept to your congregation right away. Frame the kite as a symbol of hope, crossing over prison walls to reach those locked inside. Use this time to explain the physical toll of sensory deprivation. When someone is in solitary confinement, or the SHU, passing notes across tiers becomes a critical lifeline to maintain their sanity. Partnering with established advocacy organizations gives your ministry access to verified research and expert guidance. Your committee should immediately contact national and regional groups. This checklist highlights excellent starting points: the National Religious Campaign Against Torture, Solitary Watch, ABO Comics, and Unlock the Box. These groups offer concrete ways for your attendees to get involved, like Solitary Watch's Lifelines to Solitary program, pairing volunteers on the outside with incarcerated pen pals. Bringing these advocates in during week 1 prevents your ministry from operating in an echo chamber. It roots your event in lived experience and gives your fundraising immediate credibility. Moving into weeks 2 and 3, we shift to monetization. A passive donation bucket on the day of the event rarely meets your financial goals. You need structured revenue streams. Pre-sell branded kite kits for $20 each, guaranteeing revenue before anyone steps foot in the park. Next, introduce a pledge-per-minute gamification model. Sponsors back attendees for every minute their kite flies, turning a standard activity into an active funding drive. This pie chart divides your goal into 2 targets: books and mentor travel. You'll set up a $15 sponsor a book tier and a $50 sponsor a trip tier. Build a landing page to process pledges in advance. As commitments come in, you lock down your budget early. By providing itemized, highly specific giving tiers, you show donors exactly where their money goes. That clarity significantly increases conversion rates compared to asking for a general donation. By weeks 4 and 5, your logistics committee needs to clear bureaucratic hurdles, secure park permits, and verify airspace regulations to ensure you are legally cleared to fly multiple kites. Simultaneously, your marketing team should deploy a social media campaign. Use your platforms to educate your audience on how people in the SHU go years without seeing a blade of grass or feeling natural sunlight. You can then challenge your attendees to design advocacy signs and designate specific base camps for the park day, turning their designated flying zones into visible statements of support. Your promotional success hinges on balance. You are inviting families out for a joyful, welcoming afternoon in the park, while keeping the serious human rights focus of prison reform front and center. Weeks 6 and 7 cover the event execution and the crucial follow-up. On event day, layout is everything. Direct your attendees seamlessly from the registration desk, where they pick up their pre-purchased kits, straight onto the main flying field. Set up a dedicated kite station away from the main action. This is a quiet area where participants sit down and write physical letters of encouragement to incarcerated individuals. These handwritten notes act as literal kites. You will use them as bookmarks, inserting them directly into the educational materials your ministry delivers inside the facility. By week 7, you must release a comprehensive follow-up newsletter to every single participant and sponsor. This communication requires clear proof of impact. Include photos of the specific books purchased, the gas cards funded for mentor travel, and the stacks of handwritten notes packed up and ready for delivery. Sending this immediate, tangible proof completes the cycle. This effectively converts a one-time event attendee into a recurring donor for your ongoing prison ministry. In just 7 weeks, you have taken a basic idea and built a fully funded, multi-layered advocacy event. You have successfully mobilized your local community in the open air, while directly supplying the incarcerated community with the educational resources they need. To get started, download the actionable 7-week checklist linked in the video description below. Assemble your planning committee, lock in your park date, and start building your landing page. By executing this blueprint, your ministry becomes a direct bridge. You penetrate the walls of solitary confinement to deliver tangible, meaningful connection where it is needed most.